They just came on our radar. You see there in 2006, that was our first year with them. We increased sales significantly last year, and this year a 72% increase. It's a huge increase. And there's a reason for that. One of the reasons is standing over there, the support you get. But it's not just Chris alone, there's a tremendous support staff behind him. And we learned a lot. We went out to Greenville, and Greenville. And visited the office and saw what was taking place there. There's a reason Nuvox to stand out. And here's some of it right here. Attrition is very low. Fallout is very low. And again, our definition of fallout is when you put an order in, do you get commission on the back end? Does it pass credit? Does it go through provisioning? Does it have facilities issues? Whatever else? Does a bill come out, and does the customer stick around long enough to actually pay a bill? Nuvox has an amazingly low rate of fallout. When you put an order with Nuvox, you can pretty much guarantee that it's going to go through. Always issues were in telecom, that's the way it is, but Nuvox does stand out. Also retention. If you look between 2006 and 2008, one of the best in terms of retention. Putting in customers in 06 and 07, chances are they're still around. Very, very high retention, very low fallout, the lowest fallout during those years. So a fantastic organization, fantastic products. And as we talked about this morning, we talked about change, we talked about trying on some new things, trying out some different things. They've got new products. They're not standing still on what they've done in the past. In fact, and I realize you're going to go through the introduction, Jason, I'm sorry, here I go again. We're very privileged to have Mike Gallagher with us, who is the founder of FDN and former president of FDN also when they merged, I believe. His official title now is President of Strategic Sales. And we appreciate having him. You know, when FDN, we didn't work with FDN, we worked with Nuvox, and when they merged, it about doubled the size of the company. I had no idea how big FDN was and what they added to Nuvox. But tremendous footprint, tremendous product set for the small businesses that we're able to sell now, and what they're doing in a combined effort with Mike's effort in rolling new products in is expanding upon not just that footprint, but the product set. So, open your minds a little bit. Be prepared to try on some new things. We'll get educated about Nuvox and some new products and services. I'll turn the time over to Jason Deshawn, the Regional Vice President of the West.
All right. Well, my speech is pretty much done. I said everything. So let me just start. I appreciate you guys having us here today. It's a great privilege to be here in front of you all. A couple things I just want to say real quick, and then Mike is going to come up here and talk. A few years ago, like Adam said, we started back in 2006. It took a long time to get everything rolling and you guys on board. I had you all for about 6 months. I know quite a few of you. But the person that I handed you all off to, Chris over here,
in the Nevada
super fantastic job with you guys. He's one of our best deal managers in the company, and I think that quite honestly, he's probably the best person for you, best fit technically, everything he does, along with Aaron over there, who will also be talking to you all, who's taking over the existing accounts, does everything with you all.
Or two.
Oh, thanks. It's money for later. So anyway, thanks.
I really need you to taping right now, that's what I'm whispering.
No, I'm not going to back. But anyway,
these are 10. Okay.
These are actually it's kind of tricked me. It's 20 and a couple ones.
It's like the first bill, dude.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. So today we're going to talk. Mike Gallagher is our president. Going to come up here and kind of talk to you with the state of Nuvox, where we're headed, some of the platforms that we're rolling out. Chris is going to also go over some of the applications that we're dealing with going forward. And with that, hand it over to Mike Gallagher.
Can we spread that money around a little bit, Jason?
I think we can.
Don't we have some footballs with money in it? I don't hear anybody want a football with money in it. I don't have that much arm! There you go. I got an elephant. Anybody didn't get an elephant? I don't think the elephants have any money in it.
So if you guys got one of those, there's really not money in there.
Yeah, we
but bring us some football. We have some gift cards.
We have some gift cards. So we're going to throw some footballs out and just kind of keep everybody awake and moving into Vegas. I don't know. Are we pumping oxygen into this room here, Patrick?
No, you should do it. 'Cause,
Keep
we
everybody
just
happy.
launched.
I appreciate it. I'm Mike Gallagher. I came to Newbox through a merger. We did a stock merger with my company, FDN. And so I am now basically running sales and product development, business development for the company. And I thought we'd go over a couple of things. One, I thought I'd give you our Chief Financial Officer's presentation, just dumbed down for me as a salesperson by training to give you some numbers and some general feeling of how we're doing company-wide strength. I know when I was selling, it's very important to me to represent my company as a financially strong company, and I think you'll be pleased to see how we stack up. So I want to make sure you all understand how we're doing there, and then I want to go into the product set a little bit. We think we have a very exciting door-opening product set, and then I want to just close with some numbers about our relationship. So I've got a clicker here. Let's see if it's working. Here we go. Revenue-wise, Newbox is approaching about $575 million in revenue for 2009. So we have a strong top line, but not quite to $1 billion in revenue. That is a short-term goal. EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, as you know, a common measure in the CLEC industry. We have strong EBITDA growth, which did about $117 million in 2008, and that continues to grow. And that's at about a 21% EBITDA margin, which is a very strong margin. We'll talk about a little bit. Operating cash flow, very important metric. Basically, our EBITDA less our capex, so all the cash we have to reinvest back into the business, or dividend to shareholders, or acquire other companies, or invest as we see fit, or service debt, is very strong, one of the top in the industry. And revenue per employee is also very strong as we grow top line. Our debt is very manageable, $260 million. We'll talk a little bit more about this, but with the EBITDA growth, our leverage is declining rapidly. Why that's important, as you all know, there was a little bit of a party that went on in the last couple of years with debt. Well, kind of feel that a little bit. Just like the consumer ramped up, businesses ramped up their debt. And I want to make sure you understand you're representing a very solid, rapidly deleveraging company. We stack up, we think, the best in the industry. Our leverage profile of 2.5 times. Our debt is only 2.5 times our EBITDA. So since we're in Vegas, I guess you can kind of think of it as, 2 or 3 drinks is okay. You've probably been okay the next day, right? More than 3, leverage ratio, you're going to have a little bit of a hangover the next day. That's not going to say you're not going to be able to fight through it. And if you have time and money, you can get through your debt. But Newbox is very strongly positioned with a very strong balance sheet. How do we stack up versus the competition? Number of employees, as you can see, we rely on a smaller number of very talented employees like Chris and like Aaron, like Jason, to serve our customers. So we've got about 1,700 employees in Greenville. Greenville is a very large chunk, about 800 employees in Greenville. We have, again, strong revenue per employee of about $360. Gross margin-wise, we're right up there. CBeyond is very strong in gross margin. I don't want to give you guys, ideas for selling other competitors' products, but they have a higher ARPU than us, so their average customer is a little bigger, which creates a little bit higher margin. We're trying to figure that out right now. Our EBITDA margin, as I said earlier, really is second only to Time Warner Telecom, who has a lot of fiber, so that's pretty strong. Operating cash flow margin, very strong, again, second only to Time Warner, and free cash flow, we're right there. So strong balance sheet, very strong financial operation, very solid company. Our back office, the CLECs, in theory, should have consolidated quicker by now. If you remember the LD days, as was described earlier in the 90s, when the LD companies would get together, it was simply getting together, pick a change, fire all the accounting people, and then we have a merger and we're done. We'll move on down the road. CLECs have a very intertwined back office. The back office is really complicated. There's There's facilities engineering systems with assets in them that have to be mapped together. There's multiple billing systems. And anyway, the CLECs have not consolidated yet because it's a very difficult task to put all that together. And we are almost to the point of having our back office seamlessly all together. What that means to you is faster provisioning times, better product, and better prices. We'll be able to hit the market with better prices. So we also should have a commission system that allows you to do some real-time online things that you're not able to do with us right now. Our products. I want to talk a lot about our products here. Well, I'll talk quickly about our products, but this is really the exciting part of our company. We have an IT-centric network. We somehow backed into this. I'd like to say, yeah, we thought about this ahead of time and we built a VoIP network from the beginning. But we're a legacy 1998 era carrier. We bought Nortel switches and Lucent switches then. And around 2001, 2002, rather than buy more Class 4, Class 5 iron to build a long-distance network, we decided, let's take a risk on these Sonus switches, let's take a risk on building an MPLS network, and handle our long-distance traffic that way. And if that blows up, we still have the tandem switches that we can run the traffic over. And it worked. So 2003, 2004, we were perfectly positioned to just simply add feature server. We added a cilantro feature server, and then started deploying Cisco routers instead of Adtran, TDM, dumb channel banks. And voila, we have the Vox IP product, Vox IP family of products. So we backed into this great network. We're very proud of it, but I wanted to give you guys the honest path on how we got there. So what does that create? Well, that creates what I call a group of door-opening products. I sold, the first 10 years of my career, I was quoted as sales rep for, sold Executone phone systems, sold private lines for the old Wiltel, the original Wiltel that didn't go under before I became entrepreneurial. And I know what it's like to get that appointment and to have something to talk about on that first call. And we've got things to talk about on that first call. Vox IP is our burstable T1, okay? If we want to just call it a burstable T1, that's all the customer wants, wham, we can write it up, no problem. We can play that game. But we've got other things to talk about. We've got the web portal. We can show the customer how to have his phone ring 3 times at his desk and 2 times at his cell phone and then at his house if you want. We have customers in Florida. There's a lot of Floridians here, I understand. There's a couple of Floridians. When the hurricane's coming, show the customer how to call forward the Boca Raton calls to Atlanta. We have a new product. You see the elephants out there. That's our SIP trunking. Get it? The trunking thing there? Now you get it. I actually thought that was a pretty good idea. Play the Dumbo elephant fly video and kick off. It went really well. So with SIP trunking, there's another door opener. If you have an account that maybe is you're working with a VAR, they're thinking about upgrading that PBX, they're not exactly sure. With the SIP trunking products, it's revolutionary. We can help them finance a new PBX with a lower network expense now. And hopefully it's not our network expense you're lowering, somebody else's, and then you put them on our network. But so it's a way to open a door to have something to talk about on that first call and to drive an application sale versus a price, speed, feed sale, which we can all do, but it's kind of fun, more fun I think to do to the application sale. VoxNet is really a feature on Vox IP. It's the MPLS network, but it can also be sold as a standalone. I was on a call the other day. Customers got multiple 30 locations, dial tone that was under contract, and then they had some internet access lines from the cable company that were cheap, and then we were about to walk out, but oh my gosh, we got this frame relay network that we're paying all this money for. Well, when you add it all together, we can do it all over Vox IP with VoxNet feature, and away we go. We got something to talk about now. We'll just replace the frame relay network, then we'll start adding the voice lines. So again, another door-opening discussion point. Managed services, we're going to talk about that. We've got the firewall data storage. I think you all know a little bit about that. Google Business Apps, which I'll talk about a little bit more, is another way to get a conversation going with the customer. We have 21 buildings around our footprint with big Class 5 iron built out, state-of-the-art telco, huge power plants, and we're ripping that Class 5 gear out because we're moving to VoIP, and it's in a couple of centralized data centers. So we have leases on all these facilities. We're cleaning them up. We're polishing the floors. We're putting in a lot more AC power, and we're creating a co-location hosted business. So your customers are going to be asking a lot more for hosting. You can put the server at any one of our 21 sites. It will be SAS 70 certified, which is an accounting lingo thing that your customers will want to have checked, the box that they'll want checked to prove that our systems are secure and all. So we have that product coming as well. It's actually going on right now. Box IP, as you can see, will contribute more than half of our revenue. It already does, and our install base will be more than half of our install base by 2010. Google, this is really a move your cheese kind of thing, especially for me. I kind of feel like a 45-year-old dinosaur sometimes when I'm talking to some of these folks that really understand the Google apps. I've got to learn it. I'm starting with the Gmail myself, but also the Google Docs. I coach a baseball team and a Little League team, and the team mom's got us all on a Google Calendar. So I'm on a Google Calendar, and I use Google spreadsheets at work. So we've got a business version of this, a sort of souped up version of these Google apps that we're offering that are another very good door opener and something that we're going to talk about, I think, in our Q&A a little bit. So that's an exciting thing that Nuvox has for you all. This is a sort of month-by-month summary of the story that you all saw earlier. Almost growing 100,000 in MRC revenue in the course of a year. That's awesome. You all are our top selling dealer. We really appreciate it. We appreciate everything you do. We're kind of looking at this on a different way. This is sold. This is what I sort of whip Jason for every month. So he got a good whip in there in December. But actually, I would never whip Jason. He's not tougher than me. And our goal is about $15,000. So, and we're really looking forward to bringing these new products into the partnership and really enhancing your ability to sell on our platform. So I appreciate the business. We appreciate the business. We're glad to be out here with you all. I'm going to turn it back over to Jason.
All right. Just make sure it works. All right, so our next guest of honor, the ponytail man himself. He has a new nickname starting this morning. His new nickname is called Sling Blade. There's a book that I was introduced to called Max Tucker. I don't know if you read it. Tucker Max. But that's my new nickname for Chris. So if you guys, whenever you guys talk to him next, make sure you call him Sling Blade. Here it is.
As if the OU jokes weren't enough. Oh, you will pay. No worries. The presentation? Oh, it's there's two different ones. There's a second one there. One last thing on this slide is Patrick changes it out. Our new goal for Telarus this year is $15,000 a month. That's what we're working toward. We've hit that mark a couple of times, and we're definitely working. Wow, I like this. This is fancy. That's definitely something we're working toward. It's funny. We remember when we started when we were going $3,000. $3,000 would be a great month. Then it was $5,000. Then it was $6,000. And then it was $7,000. Then it's $10,000. Now we're going for $15,000. That is phenomenal growth. I've been with Nuvox for 8 years. Been working with you guys for almost 3 now, and I've never seen that kind of growth. And that is a tribute to everything that you guys bring to the table. But it's time to change things up a little bit. It's time to evolve. I remember when we started, what's the big website, the thing that gets us all our links? Shop for T1, shop for T1. We're moving beyond the T1 in 2009, and definitely in 2010. It's been a tried true technology. We love it. It's still the backbone of everything that we do today. But it's only a small piece of the pie. Today you're all used to getting your revenue that way. We're going to be challenging you in 2009 and 10 to get outside that box and to move into new technologies. Google Business Apps is the beginning. This is talking about a whole new type of revenue stream for you, where you're asking questions like, are you using Microsoft Exchange today, instead of how much are you spending on your long distance bill? You're asking questions about, how do you do your video conferencing today, instead of, well, how much bandwidth do you need? It's a whole new feature set, a whole new way of looking at things. And one of the greatest things about these products is it's something you can sell to anyone. So I no longer have to hear Bill Bird yell at me for not having something in the darkest corner of South Carolina. Why aren't you here? I need you here. I'm not. But whether you're selling a new box or one of our distinguished competitors, you can throw Google Business Apps on every single customer. Beyond that, it's a cool, sexy product. Bandwidth is bandwidth. Long distance is long distance. Sometimes we hate talking about long distance and local because, oh my God, everybody's talking about it. But this is cool. This is new. Now, that being said, we understand it's a quantum shift in what we're doing, the way we're doing business today. That's one of the things I want to introduce today is how we're going to be changing up the support for telarus for 2009. Don't worry, I'm not going away. The first part is me. Starting tomorrow, I've had my security blanket taken away from me. As many of you know, for as long as I've been working with telarus, not only have I been helping you guys out, but I've also been taking care of smaller little guys in that little state that Andrew and I like to call home, Oklahoma. I'm now being tasked solely with making you guys bigger and badder and getting you to $15,000. So you can thank Jason for that or blame Jason for that, either one. The biggest thing is that's more availability for you. As telarus gets bigger, you guys keep calling, keep needing things. And I want to maintain that same level of speed and accuracy that you've come to expect. So look for me to be sitting in that office from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. every day, making sure you guys are taken care of. I'll also be handling all the ICB quotes, anything that's going to be a little outside the geo quote norm, I'll still be taking care of that. And my core focus is going to be getting you guys Google-fied. That includes a lot of training, the biggest piece being our new Coffee Talk series. Who here has attended one of the Coffee Talks? We've had 2 of them. Wow, it's quiet on those calls now. Where's Zachary Schechter? Oh, he didn't make it. He'll be here tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow, okay. He's always got to be on those calls. You need to attend to just hear the jokes Zach makes at my expense. But that's going to be the focus. We want to have more and more training available. And not that structured, boring stuff like I'm doing today, but just more open communication where you guys feel you can come into a training and just bring your scenarios. It doesn't even have to be something you're doing with NewBox. You want to bring a question based on another technology that you're dealing with? Bring it. Chances are either myself or Greg Hancock and you all have met or Chad with on the phone will be able to take care of it for you. Also, we want to start doing some trainings just for the new guys. These will be sponsored by NewBox and available for our new telarus closers. They're all going to be done via Google. Can't wait to learn how we do that. It's going to be awesome. But we'll be offering these trainings specifically for the new folks. So anyone here, if this is your first conference with telarus, you may have been here a short amount of time, we want to give you more availability to NewBox so that you can ask questions, find out how we sell things, find out what's the easiest way to sell things, and some of the pitfalls to avoid. Also, we're going to update the back office. You're going to see, we keep that back office pretty updated today, but you're going to see a whole new section of stuff going in there that's all Google information. Again, we're going to have you guys so sick of that word, it's going to be awesome. And also coming in April, one thing I'm looking forward to is a new monthly newsletter that's going to be called NewBox Power. I'll be going out to all the telarus agents via some handy-dandy help from the Telar alert system. I think that's how we're going to send it out. And there'll be some articles, recognition, selling tips, and everything specifically tailored for our friendly master agents out there. So be looking for that coming in April. In other words, I'm going to be just as busy, just not as busy with the Oklahoma guys. I'll be busier with you folks. But you guys are going to keep growing, right?
Right. Yep. Oh yeah.
You guys are going to keep growing, right?
Right. Yeah.
We're going to hit $15,000 this year, right?
Right. Yeah.
All right. And God, really great that happened to me. We're bringing on someone new as well. We're bringing on another dealer manager that will be working with me in the Oklahoma City office. With any luck, she'll be starting in April, and she's going to become a new primary person where I'm on the phone, you need something emergent, an urgent issue, you're going to call her. And she'll be a backup. It'll even be on my voicemail. This is an emergency. Hang up and dial this person to give you another avenue for quoting information and also to get back to quicker paperwork turnaround. You know, sometimes you guys, and I love it, but you guys hit me with 18 contract requests at once. It's taking me a little bit of time to get that to you. We're bringing on someone else to just help us get those contracts out faster. Quoting faster, contract faster, ICBs faster. And also she'll take care of some of the tracking of issues, simple changes and so forth. I'm excited. I'm very excited because I've got a lot of long hair. I got a lot of long gray ones now. I don't like that. So they're going to bring her on to help me out and hopefully give me a little bottle of hair color to go along with it. She'll also be the new primary backup for me. So, not a chance, man. Patrick told me when I came in here, what the heck? It's not down to your butt yet. I told him when you hit 15K, I'll grow it that long. That's a promise. Yeah, and I love making that promise because I got the president of strategic sales here, and that's just awesome. He's going to go back and say, all right, everyone's going out there.
You want to shave it off?
Shave it off? No. No. The next part of this, I'd like to turn this over to someone that I don't think everyone here has met yet, and that is Aaron Cabot. Aaron works with me in the Oklahoma City office, and not only is he the tallest member of our new box crew here today, but he is one of the main reasons that we look so good. The reason our retention is so retention is so high. There we are. Not the churn. No, the churn. The reason for retention is because we have folks like Aaron. And I want to let him chat with you a little bit about what he's going to be doing for the Telarus family as well. Mr. Campbell.
Test the mic here, see how
It's this
got
button.
here.
It's this button.
All right, that button?
Yeah, there you go.
Don't go backwards. How you guys doing? I'm doing great.
Great.
Man, I've talked to so many of you guys, and I've never got to meet anybody face to face. So I'm really excited about being here. Get to get out of the cave a little bit. Chris lets me out of the office from time to time, drives me along every now and then. So finally get to meet some of y'all. Account management. Man, I love that first slide. Let's put up retention. That is great. That's what I do. It's my job. It's my job to serve you guys. Account management, New Box Communications, the unique channel. We started probably about 7 years ago. I've been with New Box now 8 years. We knew we needed to differentiate ourselves out in the field to do something different to provide customers with just that extra step on customer care. And I don't really want to think about myself as a customer care agent or anything like that, but it's my job to champion the customers out there, to stand behind you guys. It's the #1 reason for New Box's low churn. We're out there, your customers have one point of contact, and that is me. Sometimes, Chris, most times. Yeah. Two things that I do. There's two main roles, and that is retain and grow the existing base. Retention is the big thing. Proactive representative for New Box and a proactive representative for each one of you. Renew orders or renew existing customers. Move orders and renegotiations. On top of that, with growing customers, add-ons, adding new sites, and upgrades. So a couple of things that I'm going to be looking to do here in the near future, which I've already started on, renewals. We've got a lot of customers, a lot of Telarus customers out there. A lot of them are coming out of contracts, so it's time to start looking to get them back on. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing is going through each and every one of those and getting with you if they're one of your customers and asking for a little bit of help in how you want to move forward on that. Adding new sites, another initiative I've got going on right now. I'm going through every single customer that Telarus has with New Box right now, and I'm getting on the internet, looking them up, seeing if there's any other additional sites that they might have out there that we haven't found out about yet. And if there are, I'm going to turn it over to you and ask how you want to go about it, and we'll work together. See about getting those additional sites on. Upgrades happen all the time. I love it when you guys call with a customer needs to be upgraded, but also, I'm speaking with those customers too quite a bit and working on upgrades with them and introducing add-ons. Google anyone? Google Docs. It's the big buzzword. When Chris was working on these slides with me on what we wanted to talk about up here, he was actually sharing these with me on Google Docs, so I had to jump right in. It's new. It's new to all of us.
He sits 10 feet away from me, but we still use Google.
Yeah.
How's this work?
Yeah, at least that way I don't have to hear him yell and just say, Google. So how does this help Telarus? How does my account manager help Telarus? Or retaining customers, retaining the, keeping the residual, retaining the residual. That's the biggest thing for me. Building that relationship with the customer, building that relationship with you guys, so we can make sure that they're happy. We keep them on board and they stay with us. All new sites that either the customer comes to me or you guys come to me with those existing customers is upfront spiffs for you guys. So retaining the residual upfront spiffs, upsells, ask for residual, and extra support for you. If you can't get a hold of Chris, as some of you already know, you can call me at any time, and I try and get to my phone just like Chris does. So anything you need, you can always call me if you can't get a hold of Chris. And not 6 to 6. 9 to 4.
That's why he's there 6 to 6, right?
Yeah, that's Chris's job.
I don't have a cute little daughter. He does. So there to be daddy.
Yeah, I gotta do that. Nubox Telarus, we're not a sign and forget it company. We're very, very proud at Nubox about the account management program. Not only is this program something that we have just for Telarus, we have it for every single customer that is with Nubox. We have account managers in every single market that support each market. I am blessed to work with Chris. I also am kind of doing the same thing Chris is doing. I support a lot of Oklahoma City customers, and I'm slowly moving away from that as Telarus grows, and just so we get to the point where I'm supporting Telarus customers on that. The customer to our customer, equal parts Nubox, equal part Telarus. Without you guys, we wouldn't have them. And I rely on you guys so much for the input and support when I need some things done with existing customers. So, like I said, anything that I can do for you guys, I'm more than happy to help out. You guys are the key to our success. Another part of my job, I'm trying to keep you guys in the loop. It's easier said than it is done. Sometimes we get pretty busy, so there again, don't hesitate. If there's anything on a customer you guys need to know, just to get with me and let me know. I'm happy to be there. And that is all I've got.
All right. No more boring PowerPoint slides.
There we go.
Yay! Yeah. Well, we wanted to open up the floor. We want to bring the entire team up here, including my spunky little boss, with his lovely little idea for a nickname. He's just so special. Wow, this is where it gets dangerous. We want to open up the floor for Q&A. Great questions. We'll get a football thrown at them. Hopefully, it won't take your eyes out. Carson, your water.
Yeah, it's interesting to see you guys marketing a Google branded service.
Yes.
I'm wondering how the customer relationship works as far as anything that the customer is getting from Google, and who owns the customer. And secondly, do you have any verbal or contractual assurances from Google that they will not sell bandwidth in the future or VoIP, other telecom services in the future, particularly to your customer base?
It had the word legal in it. So.
I'm still getting over the hair jokes. We struggle with that, okay? We do pay Google a good fixed take or pay amount every month. We do have some assurances at a very high level that we won't have that behavior. We do have some non-solicitation language, but it is not forever. So I don't know the answer to that. We thought we'd give the partnership a good try. We invested a lot of money in the partnership. We know Google wants to. If you look at, why is Microsoft chasing after Yahoo? Who uses Yahoo? I mean, I use them every once in a while, but I go to Yahoo, then I go to Google to do a search. So why does Microsoft want Yahoo so bad? Well, you understand it when you see Google starting to displace Exchange and Excel and Word and PowerPoint. And they're serious. Google is serious about going after that market. But they have no distribution. They don't have people like you, people like our direct sales force, people like Chris. And they understand the need for distribution. I don't think, just having done deals before with big distribution partners, I think we're going to be okay there. So there's much good faith right now, to be completely honest. There is not an entire guarantee that 5 years from now, they may not solicit mail directly to customers.
Hey, Chris, can you talk a little bit about the Google and, because a lot of those apps are free, and so how is that going to fit into the new box in terms of us charging customers for free service?
We should take a different football
Yeah,
there. We knew that was coming.
Yeah. Wait, he's a Texas fan, take that back. Actually, that's a great question.
Yeah.
And for those that have attended the Coffee Talk series, you know the answer to this already. The quickest answer to that, the free version is crap. We want folks to try it. We want folks to get out there and play with it a little bit. But it's not 100% business friendly. The first issue is storage. The storage on a free account is 7 gig. Storage on our business accounts, 25 gig. Next, Gmail is click through and add revenue generator. When you pull up a Gmail, for those of you who've used it, got ads over on the sides, ads at the top. Those go away with our professional version. We also we also have live support, which with Google you don't have that. You have an email address, and well, this is the world's largest media company, so take an idea on how long they take to get back with you. With Newbox, once this is fully launched, you'll be calling into our customer care group, press 1 for voice, press 2 for data, press 3 for Google, and get someone there that will actually help you create and get things rocking and rolling on the Google. In fact, one of the things that's going to be really neat is our customer care reps for Google are going to be trained not just to listen to your question, but email you out a video showing you exactly what you need to do. In addition, we're bundling some services into the Google business apps that you can't get with the free version. The first one being the the spam and virus filter provided by Postini, which is a premium feature that you buy through Google. With us, it comes included with the product. So you'll have the spam and virus protection and Google Sites and Google Video, which Google Sites will give you the ability of, everyone loves the Telarus website, right? You can go on there, you can find all these different sections, training and so forth. Most companies don't have a genius like Patrick built. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry, Patrick has to get all the credit. You're the Oklahoma State fans. We can't have Andrew here. But sorry, man. Go Pokes. But they don't have genius. Huh? I said go Pokes. Yeah. They don't have geniuses running this. Google gives them the ability to create these individual sites. My line for customers right now. Do you have a Facebook page? Yes. You can build a Google site. And that all comes integrated for our packages. So the biggest things are the storage and the support. A whole bunch of extra stuff to go along with it. And that'll be my sales pitch to you later when we talk about moving Telarus over to it.
We use it.
Yes, exactly.
I see. On the Google too, I was again on a call recently. It was a 6-person law firm. We just sold them a T1. We're about to leave, and I can't remember exactly how it came. The email question came up about Exchange. Someone made a complaint about their Exchange. And even a 6-person firm, they bought their Exchange a long time ago. They pay some guy $30 grand a year, roughly. It's just like an IT consultant person that comes out, 10 times a year and bills them, $3,000 every time it comes out. And so we're easily able to cost justify a 6-person, $9.99 a month, add-on to that. We just wrote it up right there. So it's not always, it's a door opener, it's a good conversation starter, but we might end up just selling the person with T1, and that's fine, right? Or we can just sold them the core product and we're walking out the door and something like that can happen. So it's just interesting it changes the dimension of the call from one dimension to multi-dimension. Yes, sir?
Just based on what you just said, I thought I heard that we can sell these products independently of selling them bandwidth. Is this a door opener immediately in our contract right now with another carrier?
Give that man a football.
Can we get a football back that far, Jake? You got enough arm for this?
Well, Sarah just threw us some cash, so I think it's time for football. God, that scared me. Yes, this is a standalone product. Right now, what we're looking for is roughly $250 to $350 worth of revenue. We don't want to do a onesie-twosie right now. We're looking for $250 to $350 worth of revenue in order to do a standalone sale, which is roughly 25 to 35 users. They don't all have to be in one location, though. They can be all over the place. So you have a company that's got 25 or more employees is a candidate for Google Business Apps, and I would love for you to sell it together with every single hotel circuit you guys do. That would make me very happy. Bill.
You mentioned something about video conferencing earlier, not to get away from Google Apps or anything. Not to get away from Google Apps, but you mentioned somewhere in your presentation that you guys do video conferencing.
That's actually part of the Google. It's the video chat.
Is it a is software driven like GoToMeeting or something like that? Or?
Very similar, yes. It's basically you plug a webcam in, you use the Google Chat interface, and hi, we're chatting. You'll get to see that for live and in person in a couple of weeks when we start doing our trainings via that.
But you can also, video conferencing, if you want to go a little higher up,
Yes.
Especially if you network with a Cisco VAR, just simply our Vox IP product with VoxNet Gold or Silver, and you can build an MPLS, private video path from your multiples, if they're all on the network.
Are you referring to their telepresence system?
Exactly. Apply telepresence and it rolls right in.
We need to talk.
Okay. Well, we literally have that up in our offices using it. Yes.
Talk.
Can you sell this outside of your footprint?
Cannot sell Google outside footprint. Can we sell Snap only in footprint? Well, I should say that. We do. We do let if your customer has 80% of their locations in our footprint, 20% out. We will use an NNI connection with another carrier.
Talking about Google or?
I'm talking about Google.
Oh, Google. Oh, I'm sorry.
Worldwide, wherever you want to sell it, you can sell it.
All right, good.
You can sell it to your
It's
neighbors.
sold here tonight somewhere.
Chris, here's an example of like what we do at Telarus.
All right.
Adam converted.
He's going to be our next sales rep on the man. All my hands are shooting.
And,
Chris?
Yes.
The magical yellow box right there. Roger, can you tell us what the little magical yellow box means?
Biff.
There you go. Send me a referral. Hey, they don't send you a referral saying, sell him a $200 Cobat survey. He says, here's the deal, he needs a T1. You call the customer, you figure it out. Look for stuff with yellow on it. Because you're going to pay your referral partner for something, you're going to get that money right back right away. He's not going to have any idea. And that's going to fund your referral program right there. How many guys have been working with your VARs and got them excited a little bit about Quest dollar for dollar? That's just extra money for you. Why not invest it in your business and get more referrals out of these guys? And start, you'll find that with your referral partners, which lead is the hardest one to get. First one, after that, it's not so hard after that. Second one is easier, third easier, fourth easier, fifth easier. Now, what are some of the things you can do to also get those wheels turning with those lead partners? Well, task manager. We have a task manager not only for your clients, but for your referral partners. So you can set up an appointment and keep it, and it goes right in your task.
Who sets a task for every partner you have?
Dennis.
I understand your question.
David, Dennis.
Referral partners, you're in your VAR back office. There's next to your VAR.
Whether it's in our back office, or whether you have Salesforce, or whether you have Act, who sets a follow-up for every single partner you have? If you're not raising your hands, figure that one out. Work on your business to do the follow-ups. If customers need a contact every couple of months just to stay engaged for a service they're already paying for, you betcha your referral partners need to follow up. They need to touch. They need to remember who you are.
Your referral partners are more important to you than your customers are, literally, because those guys are endless sources of customers. Their customers represent a fixed cost.
If they were Citric Telecom, they'd be you.
And they're not.
They'd be doing what you do, but they're not. So they go through you. They forget who you are. No matter how good of a partner they are, they forget who you are at the moment they need to remember. At the moment they have an opportunity to give you that will make you money, to grow your business.
Quick story. Adam and I were at the Pacific party. We were at the Lake game up in the suite. And we were with some other Southern California agents who they invited to come in. And Adam and I love to go to these events. We love to ask other agents because we're thinking in the back of our minds, man, these guys are doing business without GeoQuote, they're doing it without leads, they're doing it, I don't know how they do it. So we like to figure out, like, what is the old school way to do it? Because we've never done it the old school way. And so we go and we talk to them. And one of the most successful agents that they have, Adam sat down with them and says, how do you do it? He goes, well, I do it with VARs. And I was like, really? Well, how do you do it? He goes, well, I work with them in person. I visit them. I make sure I understand their business. I team with them on their opportunities. And I go to Buyer Zone and buy equipment leads whenever they send me stuff that closes just to say thanks. Like, man, this guy knows their first name, he knows their wife's name, he knows their kid's name. He's so deep in their business, and he's an integral part of their business because they know if something comes in, boom, that goes right to my telecom resource, and that thing's going to close. And he bought, I'm thinking, we get dozens of leads a day from VAR Network. They go to your VARs, they don't go to me, they don't go to Rob, they're your people. I'm like, if you're not leveraging that, and this guy's going out and paying $25 for a lead, or multiple leads, for a single T1 referral, it's like, wow. And that's how the old school does it. And you guys have the new school right underneath your fingertips to really drive those VAR relationships deep. And one thing that we learned with Rob and Dan, when Dan came into Carol's position, we had a list of a couple hundred VARs. So I don't know if you guys have seen Dan at the top of the scoreboard lately, but how many VARs does he work actively with to get to those numbers?
Rob?
15, 8.
I talked to Dan, he said like 8. I had 8 solid guys. Out of 200, I got 8, and I'm closing 5-6 grand a month.
It does not take many partners. That's something else that we talked about with another partner today. It's not about a lot of partners. It's about finding the right ones. You will have to go through a lot of them to find the good ones. For those of you who are discouraged, you just didn't knock enough doors. Or you didn't have to follow up to manage those partners. But it does not take very many partners to make a lot of money with those kinds of partners. If you just manage them right, find the ones who want to do business with you, you'll find it's very consistent.
And here we go. Slide there, everyone, last slide. Web leads. Here are some of the things we're doing now. I talked a little bit in the Andrew thing about the new Juco Plus site. We also are coming down the pipe with some new Shop for T1, Shop for Ethernet, and branded sites. Little bit of web strategy for you guys.
Can we go back to the picture of Adam?
Yes. Give me a T1 cool platinum. Thank you. Even though Daniel Pentecost says, guys, I highly discourage you from being your own clip art. He's here today.
So who's on top?
He would raise his hand and say that. So.
Who's the lady on top?
The lady on top is clip art. See, clip art, not clip art.
You can't hide her.
I'm sure agree with Daniel. Which one would you All right, so say these websites are out there. That's fantastic. How do you get them? Well, there's organic search, there's paid search, and starting in April, I'm going to be doing a once-a-month web training on search engine techniques and ideas. You're welcome to join. If not, if you just focus on your 8 or your 12 referral partners, probably more better served. But if you're interested in it anyway, Marco will be there. Just a few other guys. Because remember, you can run your business however you want. If you love web leads and you just don't like working with equipment guys and they kind of stink and the vans are kind of messy inside, you don't have to worry about it. You can generate leads on the internet. Paid search traffic. So if you've got some budget, we're going to talk about ways that you can generate leads. Say a carrier comes down with a $100 T1 promotion for a limited time only in Cleveland. Well, you know what? You might want to pay-per-click on some Cleveland pay-per-clicks with some strategic keywords and stuff that will make sense because you're going to flood business by taking advantage of the opportunities that are out there in the little net of a little web of products you have at your disposal. Next, links from other websites, press releases. I'm a big fan of press releases. In fact, Kathleen from the Telecom Association said, "Why do you send out so many press releases on the TH? You should just send like cute little graphics and stuff that make people laugh, and that's probably a little better idea." And I do that too, but I love press releases because it lets people know that you're alive, that you're coming out with new ideas. Even if they don't see them right away, what press releases do is it's a slow acid drop on the rope. Pretty soon that rope will be ready to break, as well as more original content for your websites, and something for people to actually read in the press section of your website. And lastly, offline ads. Say for more information, go to myt1site.com. Those are ways to get people to your website, not any other alternatives. So, baby steps. First thing you can do, add the geocode plugin to your website. This is a website by Bruno Preitel. I don't know if he's here. But this is a site, Airbay Design Partners, who we work with. I said, he goes, I need a site, Patrick. I can talk to Airbay, he'll design it. Airbay designed his site, is telecom, auditing, telecom consulting. And boom, I had Airbay make him a little area. We helped him install it. Our people here are here to help you install these things and get them working. We're not here to do the internet marketing or the web design, but we're here to help you get this piece right here up off the ground. So, baby steps, just get that on your website. Start randomizing some of your content with Content Shuffle, which is a system that can take 4 different versions of your paragraph and feed it to your website randomly. And then lastly, building link popularity using link management software. These are, in full disclosure, 2 companies I started in the last 6 months because I needed them for my stuff. I figured, heck, why not just build this system for me? Why not just, kind of productize it a little bit and package it so that, my family can use it. I consider you guys my family. So that's what we're doing. I'm sharing the secret sauce. And now here's just a little bit of just using those little tools, using the plugin and the content system and the link building system. What you can do is strategically link your websites, and this is what I like to do. This right here is one of my blogs, and that blog links to my personal website where you can read all about Iron Man from last year. And so, you know, it's original content. I'm writing about stuff, and when my parents want to know how I'm doing, that sometimes they just go to my website and call me, so it's, you know, saves so much time. And then as soon as these plus sites are going to come out, you're going to see, I'm going to launch about 1,000 of these puppies right here. And each one of them is going to target a specific keyword. One will be an MPLS type site, one will be a DS3 type site, and that DS3 will link from my blog, and here maybe I'll write an article about DS3s with some linkage up here, and then this site here, I'm going to write a little thing on MPLS, and I'm going to link them together, and then I'm going to use link management software to actually bring people flower shops from England, and they're going to link to me for MPLS and DS3s, and I'm going to find some people in Australia, and they're going to link to me to these sites independently. So this website builds up Google PageRank, so that means it's links to this site, and this site are more important. So that makes this one, and this one, and this one rank better. And then as this one builds more links, then it's links to this one, this one, and this one will be better. So you can see everything inside this box starts growing and starts to dominate its each respective keyword. Everybody got that, right? You ready for the final? Mark was like, dude, this is like elementary school for search engine optimization. So that's it. So those are the things, and then you can also get into some targeted content. One of the things that I like to do on varnetwork.com, if you click on Cisco, I've gone through like every product possible, because if you notice, you Google like Cisco Call Manager or ShoreTel Shore Phone. You know, you actually put in ShoreTel Shore Phone, you know, 4600, whatever the actual thing is, and you get like text specs and all stuff. Dude, one website with like 2 links is going to rank better than a text spec, right? So now all of a sudden you're ranking #1 on product names. You're ranking #1. Sometimes ShoreTel even called us because they were pissed off that the ShoreTel Shore Phone was our VAR network Shore Phone page was above theirs, because they said on their website they don't have any linkage or any of that. They just kind of put it up there. And they're like, hey man, you're sending those links to our inside guys, right? I'm like, no, I'm sending them to your ShoreTel reps that work with us on the carrier side. Well, that's not fair. I'm like, sorry. We're working with another column VAR who did managed IT outsourcing. And they came in here and they said, you know, we'll give you all of our carrier sales, and you give us stuff. And I said, oh, well, great. What do you want? Managed IT. So I went and I created a web page for managed IT, put some graphics in there, wrote some randomized articles, did a couple of links, and guess what? I was ranking #2 like in the next month. And they called me, oh man, you're taking our leads and you're giving them to other people. And I'm like, well, you wanted me to create a page. How would I give you managed IT leads for carrier services if I'm not ranking? And it's not hard to do, especially on the equipment side. There's so many equipment brands, equipment makes and models. You can go after those. Geography, going after specific counties, going after specific cities. You know, the good news is there's a finite number of cities in the United States. It's not like we're growing like our debt's growing. But there are cities. Maybe they might start merging soon, but there's a finite number of cities, and all you do is get a list. And in PHP, all you do is create an application file and throw all those guys in there in an htaccess file, and you actually have 3 pages, like one for your cities, one for your state, and one for your counties. And then it just goes in the htaccess file, pulls it out, and then formats it and displays it. So you can actually have a web page of like 60,000 pages with 4 actual files. So it's pretty cool stuff. That will be built into the new GeoCore Plus sites. It's amazing. I can't tell you how many good. And the thing is, when you market on product names and geography, specific terms, and people find you. You guys have any idea what the quality of lead is based on as somebody who finds you by searching for T1? I mean, the guy who's searching for T1, man, he may be looking for the T1 CyberShot camera, or he may be looking for Terminator 1. You know, you don't know. T3, half the T3 searches are for the movie Terminator 3. Terminator. I'm actually good. Ed Arnold usually hear him do it sometime. So those things are important. Even if there's one search on that a year, but you've got 300,000 pages, that's 1,000 a day, right? Anyhow, the numbers add up, so it's pretty exciting stuff. So I do anticipate the lead volume going up in 2009 and 2010 for these reasons, because once these sites are built, you're going to see my agents, the lead gen side of the house. Which, you know, I was telling Dan, I go, you guys are the Major League Baseball people. When you guys go to Major League Baseball game, what you don't realize, and I learned this because my brother was in the minor leagues, there's 15 players behind that first baseman down in the farm system, in AAA, AA, single A, and in rookie league. There are so many players that you don't see on the field. All you see is Alex Rodriguez out there playing, but you don't know how many people are underneath him on the pecking order. It's the same thing. I said, Dan, for those of you see sitting here, there's 10 lead generators out there making websites and stuff to help feed it into the collective board. So yeah.
Just before we were.
And this is my slide, and that's really we're going to do more later. So I'm going to cut it off here. If you have questions, we'll talk at dinner. Got a lot of ideas, obviously.
If you find this interesting, again, we're not trying to teach you. Patrick just gets very excited about web optimization because he's very good at it. He is more gifted than anyone else I know, and he's also more sharing with that technology. For most of you in the room, not a good fit.
That doesn't apply to you, Marco.
You need to either stop selling and do this for a living. Patrick does not sell for a living. This is his focus, and he is very gifted at it. Or you need to find a business partner who can do this full time. So, word to the wise, if this is an interest, do it. But understand this is a full-time commitment, and it never ends. As you can see, he's been doing this for how many years? About a decade.
20 years.
And every 6 years he does it, it becomes more complex and takes up more and more of his focus to keep up with all the changes in the market. But it is a very powerful engine that we offer. I just want to thank everyone on the sales side. Adam's going to come up and thank
that's fine. They're just going to wrap it up and then they're, I guess.
Thank you for the prospective partners and new partners who have not done business with us yet, but who were open enough to spend their own time, their own energy, and their own money to come here and be with us, to hear what we had to say, to see what we had to do to offer to help grow the business, and to come with an open mind to try new things and look at different ways where we can help you grow a model that has a higher glass ceiling and helps you scale beyond what you could either on your own or using other sources. So thank you for the opportunity. It's a wonderful business that I work for, and I really appreciate the opportunity Telarus gives me and the opportunity to work with you, because ultimately we don't sell. It's because of your efforts and your partnerships that we've been able to grow this and offer this to us. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it.
Now we're going to get into what is my personal favorite part of our annual trade show, and that is to actually recognize you. It's really fun to come in here and win these awards from New Box and get our pictures taken in the newspaper, but at the end of the day, it's all about you guys. You guys are the ones that are making the sales, and now you guys are the ones that are going to get your picture taken with a cool little trophy. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over back to our president, Adam Edwards.
All right.
All right, a little recognition. I think what we're going to do is bring each category up and then take a collective picture. The first one will be easy because there's actually only one person in the category. The other two did not show. These are our fast start agents. What we'd like to do is take a look at agents who have just started to turn in business this year. And we took the top 3 and we'd like to bring them up, or we'd like to bring him up. The other 2 were not able to make it. But come on up, Kurt Burnside.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The other 2 who are not here. The other 2 who are not here are Copper State, who signed with us. They're out of Phoenix, very large agent, about 15 carrier services salespeople there. We'll see a lot more from them, and also West Spinning. We appreciate these agents joining, and also the fantastic business they've already done in their first year. But we're fast start winners. Let's give them a hand.
I'll cherish this picture forever. Need a Gracie. Post it, and Patrick will have it around the world.
That's right. It's his rookie card.
That's right. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Gary. You want me to stay up here for the group picture? Or?
That's all right. All right, next category is renewals. You know, we've been emphasizing this for several years now. Probably the past 3 years, we've emphasized renewals. As we talked about at the beginning, as customers get older, it becomes an increasing part of our business. You heard us emphasize a little bit today. Tim and Lori talked about it. And some people have done an outstanding job in terms of renewing existing agents. Obviously, this category is weighted toward veteran agents who have been with us for a longer period of time and had customers to renew. We recognize that, but wanted to make sure we recognize the people who are making strides in this area and helping us optimize our system for all of you to be able to keep track of your customers, reach out to them and renew them as contracts come up. First of all, in this category, Mark Norick. Next, John Arnold.
Happy birthday, John.
That's right, happy birthday to John. Today is his birthday. And top of the renewal category is Tim O'Rourke.
He did say Lori, did they?
Renewal at half the contract value. She's on healthy disagreement.
All right. And now for new sales. Our President's Club in our gold category. First, I'd like to award Roger Jones.
Come on. Come on.
Not going to do shirt, Ryan.
Huh?
We're going to give him a nice new shirt to replace his nice button down.
All right.
A nice telarus shirt with the little President's Club
Oh,
band on
cool.
it. So you see
Sweet.
these guys, these are the guys that you're not worried to be around. So
Sweet.
All right, we're going to bring him.
Oh, yeah.
listen, here is the card, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay, next person is actually not present. That's Ron Legarsky, and we'll send this over to him. Next, David Leach and Team Leach.
Leach.
Even though I like the throwback uniform he does.
We do. We love the Barney shirts. You know, as I look around, it's fun. It's fun to see the retro shirts. We've got Shop for T1 shirts around. We've seen Telarus purple shirts and the white shirts. You know, we did not do new shirts this year. We got the President's Club shirts here, but it's fun to see those from year to year. And I think we need to bring those back and make sure we keep changing them each year.
I agree.
All right. Next, in the gold category, Steve Roy. And first in the gold category, Donald.
Happy birthday, John.
They like to do
No surprise.
What's up, guys?
All right, in our platinum category, Platinum President's Club, these are our top 3 agents in terms of sales this year. We'd like to bring up first Tim O'Rourke.
Last year's #1, by the way. You wouldn't recognize him from the cell phone, but we were talking to him last year. As his daughter Addison in the back was exactly 1 year old.
And next, Dennis Green.
Now you know those lectures were academic.
And the #1 agent, in keeping with tradition, is not showing. Actually, today is Zachary's Sabbath, so he will be flying in tomorrow. We look forward to seeing him then and giving him his surprise. Zachary Schechter is the #1 agent for the year.
Do we have someone to accept it on his behalf?
We don't. We thought about doing a poster, a life-size cutout of Zachary, but opted not to do it. And since it is the Sabbath, and he's an observant Jew, that means he cannot take phone calls. So we can either give him the award telephonically, like we did with him last year. So we will have to go to that to him tomorrow. Also to Zachary, who's top overall sales agent. You know, we combined sales categories.
It's after sundown, Jersey. After sundown.
What's that?
It's after sundown in Jersey.
We can call him.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to give him a call. Vance, we see if you can get him on the phone. Yeah. All right. Zachary is also our overall top sales winner. You know, we measure sales and then combine sales and renewals because we think it is important. And Zachary took both of those categories. So we've got a trophy for him here. We've also got a bag with the telarus logo on it.
It's analog one.
We were going to get a yarmulke with telarus on it, too. We have Zachary. Can we see that?
This is exciting. Good day.
Put it on the mic.
Hey, Zachary, congratulations.
Hold on, he's walking outside.
He's not talking to us. How you? He's trying to hide from his rabbi. Hey, congratulations, Zachary. You're talking to 1,000 people, screaming fans. Adam and I are happy to present you with the top up. So we're going to go ahead and take your picture for you. This is 2 years in a row where we're taking our winner trophy with the cell phone. We have here for you a few prizes. #1, the cup, like I just mentioned. We also have a nice OGO back here with telarus embroidered on it for you. And a President's Club being, of course, in the top 5. You're #1 in the top 5. You have a nice blue shirt here waiting for you when you arrive tomorrow. So we can't wait to see you. Congratulations. And keep up the good work. Thanks, Zachary.
And hopefully they'll educate them a little bit more about telarus. So we feel great about our relationship with you. We feel great about the team we formed together. And thank you so much for all you've done for us in terms of the sales you contributed, but also your partnership in making us a better company and being patient with us as we improve systems for you. Last couple thoughts for you. And I promise there are a couple. we've done a couple of these meetings before, and we learned from time to time. One of the meetings we didn't have a breakfast and realized everyone was leaving to get coffee. We forgot to have coffee. Another, we had 5-minute bathroom breaks, and that didn't work either. As we tried to rush through, we tried to cut out breaks, and that was a terrible idea as well. We get better over time. We're learning. One thing I've learned is I never have time for closing comments because it's always dinner time, and nobody wants to listen at dinner time, and that's all right. We've got a few minutes, and that's how I prepare is a few minutes, because we're getting better at this, and I've got the schedule down. Great things happening after dinner. Of course, we'll meet with channel managers, and that's, I believe, one of the highlights of the day, where you're able to meet face-to-face with people you work with constantly. And these are the people that have really shoulder a lot of work for you on your behalf, a lot of work for you. You don't need me to tell you that. You work with them every day. You ask a lot of them, and they deliver. And that really makes a big difference between the carriers that we do well with and the carriers we don't. We have excellent relationships with their channel managers. And I'm excited for that time. I also want to point out a gentleman we invited here, Rich Fry with Quest. A lot of you started to integrate, channel integrate with a direct person with Quest. Rich will be here meeting some of you. We've introduced quite a few of you over the phone and email, and you'll actually be able to sit down and shake hands with him. And we work on some more channel integration. One thing we've heard about Quest is you really got to focus on it if you want to sell it. Throwing out a couple prices to a customer, they're not going to go with Quest. It's really got to be a focus sale. So we're looking forward to that. We've invited a lot of people to the social, so please make sure you stay around the whole time. You're able to speak to everyone who's here. Well, perhaps not everyone, but as many channel managers as possible, so you can see that. So the things that we talked about today, we released quite a bit of new products. We've got Telarus Mobile, which I think is hot. So again, it's when you're out fishing, hopefully you've got reception there, and you'll still be able to be the point man on new leads coming in. In addition to that, new quote tools. We talked about POTS, we talked about point-to-point. We've got Ethernet now quoting out, much like T1s did, not just with the maps. We've got Colo coming down the pipe. We've got every product that we sell integrated into system, meeting that definition of standardization that Lance set for us. We're continually improving that system for you, so everything is there when you sell a product you leave from the back office. We covered some new products. You can tell how excited we are about managed services. Try it on, as we talked at the beginning. We talked about trying on a coat, maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Okay, you can put it back, you don't have to buy it. But I encourage you to try using some of these things. Again, some of my comments at the beginning, when I tried to learn a foreign language, it didn't work just to memorize words. Use it in a sentence. You've got to integrate it into what you're doing. So I challenge you to take a couple of things and try them out. Try mail on Google. Try it on Exchange. I'm sure XO would be happy to do a month free for you to try that. Try some of these things out. Get out there, get educated, and make it a part of your business. The reason many of you are so successful is because you have tried new things in the past. You dared to go out. It's always hard to do. Even if you do it once or twice, it's hard to challenge yourself again and jump off that proverbial cliff into the unknown. But I encourage you to do it. You won't regret it as you acclimate to new things. Like I said before, 5 years from now, everybody's going to be using these different services, these different flavors of products. And the people who enable those transitions from what is today to what is tomorrow are going to yield the rewards. And I hope that will be you. Lastly, just one comment on what's going on in the economy. There are some serious things taking place right now. Every forecast you look at, or let me reverse that. No forecast that I've seen in the last year has been revised to the upside. It's been revised to the downside, which means people think that things are continuing to get worse. And that creates a lot of uncertainty, a lot of concern. And when you're on a residual commission, that can create a great concern of what if it gets cut off. First, let me assure you, Telarus is in a good position. We're very conservative when it comes to our personal lives. We're also very conservative when it comes to spending with the business. That's not something you need to worry about. What keeps me up at night is the health of our carrier partners, to be completely frank and honest with you. What concerns me is which one will go away, which one's going to have problems, which one will stop paying us because they go out of business. That's a thought I have, a return thought. I try to monitor them and try to assess their financial situation. What concerns me is, are they putting in more customers than they're losing every month? Because if not, they're an unhealthy company. Many of these companies have a large level of debt. In order to support that debt, they need to continue having new customers. Telarus alone isn't going to get them there. They need to have a healthy model, and so I continue to watch that. So what can we do about it? Nothing. And that's where a lot of concern comes in, is we can't go in and single-handedly change a carrier. What you can do is be wise about where you put your business. Consider the strength of a carrier. Consider their depth of operations and the way they support you. That's a good indication of a financially healthy company if they're focused on growth and they're not stripping out their operations and not supporting them. It's a very good indication. But number two, continue to sell regardless. Even if you don't, it's much like averaging down on stocks. You know, when people talk about 401ks and investing for the long run, they talk about averaging in. You put in $200 a month, you put in $100 a month, whatever it is, as long as you're doing that consistently, overall you're going to do well. Some stocks will do poorly. Some mutual funds will do poorly. Some investments won't do great, but overall you're going to do better as long as you consistently do that. I encourage you to do the same with your business. Don't let the funk that is going on right now get in your way. As long as you're consistently selling and consistently growing, even those that do fall out will not harm you because you will be growing in other areas. And because you cannot predict what's going to fall out, you need to grow pretty much in all areas. So you need to maintain and continue with your business. The fact is, we're seeing growth. As a company, we're continuing to sell right through the downturn. We thought sales were slowing down in October and November, and bang, in December we had our biggest month ever, the biggest month of our history in December. You know, when everyone talked about the economy falling apart. So don't be discouraged by what you hear. The fact is, people need solutions. Companies are going out of business, they'll continue to go out of business. We see the fallout. We monitor that, we look at that, and one advantage we have from an administrative perspective is we see all of your business in aggregate. We have a pretty good view of what's going on in aggregate. The fact is, attrition is a little bit. Financial companies, mortgage companies, we've seen a lot of attrition there because they're going out of business. But one great thing about the business we're in is that's the last thing you turn off. You shut off the lights, you turn off the utilities, and you turn off your data network. No one can really cut down expenses on their phone. Either you're going to have it or you're not. And the only way they're going to reduce expenses there is to get with you and lower their price, and you're finding a lot of people are doing that now. They're re-looking at their operations, they're optimizing. And that's good for us. Whenever someone's looking for something better, whenever they're looking for change, when they're looking for optimize, that's good for us. We're in a good place. So continue on with confidence. Know that we plan well. Know that we've contingency planned as well. Know that we have you in mind. We realize the company is more than a few people. The fact is, it's all of us that depend on it. We take that responsibility very seriously. Know that there are risks out there, but as you put your mind to it, as you focus and as you're positive, continue to grow as you are, as we see you doing. We're going to get right through this, and we're going to be better at the end. The fact is, a downturn is a great time to grow your market share. It's a great time. As other people panic, as other people go into their caves, it's a great time to get out there and to grow the current business that you have. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to be smart about it, and we think you will as well as you continue on. We're going to continue to build tools, invest in you, because we know that the downturn hasn't caused any agents to go away. It hasn't caused any of our businesses to shrink. The fact is, we're still growing. We'll continue to do that, and I appreciate your confidence in us in managing this for you. That's all I have. Could go on and reviewing all the good things we've had, but the number one thing I want to take away is use it in a sentence. Now you've got all this good stuff, incorporate it into your business, just in a small way, whether it's trying your mail out on Google or on Exchange, whether it's trying to sell one new product, just sell one 3 meg Ethernet for XO, one 5, just something new. Try something new you've heard today, whether it's just putting a job ad out there and looking through some resumes. You're not committed to hire anyone, but just put your toes in the water, try it out, because that is the only way you will change. That's the only way you're going to internalize some of this, rather than just feel good about it. Hey, I have some good ideas, better get back and answer my email. Make a plan to put it into action. I appreciate you being here. We'll dismiss to dinner, and right after that at 7:30, we'll have the carriers come in. We'll come back to this room and have a social for about an hour and a half after that. That's right. Also, after dinner, when we come back here, we're going to have a few vendor awards we'll give out. So when we congregate here during the social, we'll have some vendor awards. Thank you, everyone.